Do you know what is the most common vowel sound in Dutch? No, I'm not thinking that's the one. The schwa. The what? The schwa. And that's what we are going to discuss today. My name is Bart de Pau. Welcome to a new Dutch pronunciation lesson. An entire lesson about the schwa. When do we pronounce The Dutch language has 16 vowel sounds. The most peculiar one, I would say, is our schwa sound. Without knowing, you must have heard it many times while hearing the Dutch speak. It sounds a bit like the first sound in the English word alive. When do we use this sound? Well, first of all with this letter, the short like in bus, in English bus, mus, sparrow, and kus, kiss. But in Dutch there is no one-to-one relationship between spelling and pronunciation. One sound can be represented by more than one letter, and one and the same letter can be pronounced in different ways. Let's have a look at the following words containing the letter A. Hebben, to have. Zeggen, to say. Heten, to be called. Spelen, to play. Bestellen, to order. Vervelend, annoying. As you might have noticed, the letter A can be pronounced in three ways, like A in heten, spelen and vervelend, as A in hebben, zeggen, bestellen, and as in all the words you have just heard. Here are the syllables with the schwa sound. In the phonetic alphabet, which represents how letters are pronounced, the schwa sound gets this symbol. When referring to the letter A pronounced as we also suggest the term stomme E. And no, by stom I don't mean stupid. Stom can also mean mute. So, the mute E. It is very important to know that the schwa is never stressed. Taking all of this into account, let's have a look at some other Dutch words. These syllables are stressed. So here you see the unstressed A, and in all these words it is pronounced as eten, to eat. Bellen, to call. Vertellen, to tell. Werken, to work. Verschrikkelijk, terrible. Vreselijk, awful. Gezellig, a very Dutch word, something like sociable or cozy, or in German gemütlich. The unstressed A in all these words is pronounced as But there might be something else you've noticed. Listen again carefully to these words. Verschrikkelijk, vreselijk, gezellig. Indeed, the schwa is also present in the unemphasized ending lijk, pronounced as luk, and ich, pronounced as ugh. We've seen that already in my video about the korte ei versus the lange ei. So once more, the stress of a word is an important factor when talking about the schwa. In the previous examples, the schwa sound was followed by a consonant. But that's not always the case. Als eerste vertelde het oude vrouwtje: dat grotere huis is het mijne. Literally, being the first one, the old lady said, that bigger house is mine. Eerste, vertelde, oude, vrouwtje, grotere, mijne. The is often an ending that a word gets when it has a specific function in the sentence. So it is very important to know grammar well, because the schwa sound determines the meaning. Here we see an ordinal number, a past tense conjugation of a verb, an adjective, a diminutive, a comparative, and a possessive pronoun, all ending on the schwa sound. Difficult? No. If you want to know this, I explain this all step by step in my online course #DutchGrammar. And there is more. Sometimes words of a single syllable can also be pronounced with the For example, the articles de and un. But het is usually also pronounced as ut. Please listen. Het meisje belde de docent met een oude telefoon. The girl called the teacher with an old telephone. Het, de, een. Sometimes you see the word het written as an apostrophe plus t, especially when referring to spoken language. The apostrophe replaces the vowel and is pronounced as the schwa. We also do that with several common personal pronouns and possessive adjectives. Mijn vrouw gaf hem zijn fiets terug. Hij gaf haar een bloem. That becomes: mijn vrouw gaf hem zijn fiets terug. Hij gaf er een bloem. The meaning: my wife returned his bike. He gave her a flower. Mijn, zijn, er. And guess what? Listen to this word. 12. 12. Now, some people pronounce it as 12. Indeed, the schwa sound between the L and the F. About that phenomenon, which is called the Swarabhakti vowel, I made a special lesson. And that's what we're going to do next time. Do you remember that I started the lesson with the letter U? The schwa and the short U are both pronounced as e. The difference is that the U can get the stress, unlike the schwa. To understand Dutch and to speak it in an understandable way, the stress of words is a very important factor. It has a strong relationship with the accent of phrases, intonation, and rhythm. Therefore, it is worth the effort of paying some extra attention to the schwa sound, which, as you have learned, never gets the stress. It shows how small, hardly noticeable and modest elements can be of great importance. In a way, just like our country. I hope you liked the lesson, and if yes, give our summer school teacher Mirjam who wrote this lesson a thumbs up. She will like it when you do, and then she'll make many more lessons like this. Tot de volgende keer.